Hi guys, welcome back to Money Mindset, the channel that gives you valuable content on wealth, making money, and generating passive income. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on the upcoming videos and grow your own money mindset. In today's video, I'll teach you 14 secrets on millionaires' behavior. First secret: rich thinkers are solution-oriented. The difference between rich and poor thinking emerges when people are faced with a problem. The rich spend their time and energy strategizing and planning answers to challenges that arise and creating systems to ensure that those problems don't happen again. See yourself as a vessel of wealth. If your container is small and your money is large, what will happen? You will lose it. Your container will overflow and change will spill everywhere. You simply cannot have more money than is available. Second secret: time management. According to writer of the well-known book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, the only difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they spend their time. The poor are victims of time. In his old age, he looked back and realized that he had used his time inefficiently. The rich understand the effectiveness of time management, so he protects and prioritizes his time by paying others to deal with less important things. Third secret: motivation. Motivation comes from the word engine, and motor is derived from to move. You are motivated when you have a reason to move. It's a move on purpose. The poor have no compelling reason to make the necessary sacrifices and purposeful moves. They are merely engaged in the game of survival. If their survival is ensured by a 9-to-5 job, then they have nothing more to worry about. They remain more than happy to stay in that comfort zone. On the other hand, rich people always look forward to something more than just surviving. They look forward to success, which in turn motivates them to push their limits, and hence they remain in action all the time, which indeed rewards them with extraordinary results. Fourth secret: rich people do strategic investment. The poor don't invest in assets that generate returns and appreciate value. They rarely invest in property, real estate, businesses, or people. They believe that God will provide and tomorrow will take care of itself. People who become rich invest in assets that they appreciate. They study and learn the dynamics of the market and become aware of the pattern in which stocks and real estate behave over some time. Knowing the rules and curves of the market, rich people invest actively and consistently to have maximum benefits on returns. They play the game by its rules and maximize their chances to cause maximum results. Secret number 5: rich people practice self-development. Jim Rohn repeats, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you an asset." How many poor people have a small library? Poor people think that having a mentor, taking a course, is just a way of wasting time and money. Meanwhile, the rich invest to boost their skills and knowledge because they know it is going to give them an edge in the long term. Secret number 6: rich people never depend on wishes and luck. Gambling rates today are quite alarming with the entry of new gambling outfits every day. The sudden rise of gambling says a lot about the poor in society who would rather gamble than invest. Poor people think that it's in God's hands to make them rich or take care of them, while rich people know that investing smartly and consistently is a sure shot of becoming a wealthy person. Secret number 7: the wealthy mindset always focuses on positive attitudes. Poor people lack a positive attitude. Poverty is a mindset. It was a lack of hope. The poor do not believe they can create wealth. They can't save money because they think it's going to be taken from them, and they waste the money they save or receive as a breeze for pleasure because they don't think they could do better by doing anything else. Or they think they can't be rich because they believe the lie that most millionaires inherited their wealth and class. Secret number 8: rich people don't flaunt their wealth. The public perception of the rich is that they flaunt their wealth. We are fooled when they show rich people wearing designer clothes, going on vacations they brag about, and having lavish parties. A very small number of really rich people ever lived this way, and most of the people who lived this way were high earners with almost nothing to spare. Most millionaires live in a home they can afford, and they make paying off their mortgage a priority. They own their cars for years and avoid paying for them, although they can buy a used luxury car and keep it running for 10 years. The goal is to be rich, not look rich. Secret number 9. Rich people build multiple sources of income. The poor have one source of income, their work. The poor put all their eggs in one basket due to dependence on one source of income. Rich people are known for their work ethic, but there are also plenty of people who work hard but are still poor. There are several different ways the rich work. One is that they take the time to plan their finances for the future. They save for retirement to have a passive income source before they have to quit their jobs. They actively pay off debt and avoid taking on new debt to increase their income. They take the time to process their investments while investing every month, whether it's a 401k property or a rental. If they own a business, they leverage it to generate additional income. Secret number 10. Rich people exercise daily and eat healthily. The most common reason for not exercising is not having time to exercise. Rich people have the least free time, but they are the ones who use it the least. This is because they understand that their health and happiness have no price. This goes hand in hand with the exercise, but it still needs to be said. Buying enough fresh produce to create a healthy, balanced diet, organic or not, will cost you a little more than a bag of Cheetos and a can of cola, but the number one tip to enjoy a return on your financial investments is to invest in yourself first. Secret number 11. Rich people are risk takers. Rich people focus on opportunities, not obstacles. There was a shoe seller who found himself in a faraway country trying to sell shoes to the natives. The only problem is, nobody there wears shoes and selling is often quite difficult. The seller quickly gave up because of disappointment and decided to leave the area. On his way out, he met another shoe seller. "Never mind entering this town," said the first salesman. "These people don't even wear shoes." The second salesman's eyes widened. "Nobody has shoes? Then I can sell a pair to everyone in town. How lucky we came across an untapped market." It's all a matter of perspective. The poor often see the obstacles and give up quickly, while the rich see the opportunity and enter the arenas that many don't want. Secret number 12. Rich people associate with positive, successful people. Rich people know that attitude is everything. Instead of the world being a terrible place to live, it suddenly became a brilliant land of success and opportunity. A great example of this is U.S. citizens versus immigrants to the U.S. Immigrants are 4 times more likely to become millionaires than those who grew up here. Main reason? We talk about the negatives of life in this country, while immigrants see it as a land of opportunity. Honestly, that's what you make it. Secret number 13. Rich people are constantly learning and growing. Many kids today think they'll be able to work hard enough to get their degree, and then they won't have to pick up another book for the rest of their lives. While they can score a degree and a certain level of success by this mentality for sure, but they will be poor forever. Because success is an ongoing journey that requires hard work and constant learning at every stage of life. Rich people know that, and hence they commit their certain hours to learn new stuff daily. That's how they sustain their success in these changing times. Secret number 14. Rich people meet someone new every day. Recent studies have shown that most people are afraid of public speaking, despite knowing that it is one of the most wanted skills to achieve success. While poor people stay in their comfort zone, wealthy people overcome their fear of public speaking by meeting, socializing, or simply talking to someone new every day. And the more people they interact with, the more they get to know about different sectors of work and market, which long-term enhances their decision-making and hence benefits them with better results. Well guys, that was it for today's video. Many thanks for watching it. Let me know how you liked it in the comments section below. Also, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned as I bring you more money mindset content. Hope to see you next time.